Hi, Marilyn O'Malley here of MarilynO'Malley.com, and today I'm in the Douglas property in Santa Barbara, so you might hear dogs and people walking by. And I want to talk to you about what it means to be a highly sensitive entrepreneur and leader. And what brought this up for me is this week I went to a She Ventures event, and everybody check out She Ventures on all the social media and join them. They're an incredible group, and you can be a man and participate. But it's all these incredible women who are coming together to support each other in around the world, doing the things, the ventures, the things that they're passionate about, living the life that they're passionate about, solving the problems that they're passionate about, creating awareness and connection amongst ourselves, so that we as women or human beings can feel empowered to do the work that we're here to do, to feel supported in doing that work that we're here to do. So, so I thought it was really important, to go back to the basics of what does it mean to be a highly sensitive, because I noticed that most of these women who were talking and the people that I talked to in the room were highly sensitives. And as highly sensitives, starting at a young age, we have awarenesses and sensitivities to things that a lot of other people don't have. We're keenly aware of our environment and what's going on and what is missing, and how things could be better, and injustices that are happening, or what somebody's feeling. And so I want you to see, so some of the things I'm going to share with you today, I call your superpowers. But as a child and with parents that didn't understand us, we thought there was something wrong with us. Why are these things bothering us? Why are we paying attention to these? Why am I moved to tears or anger about what is going on? And other people are not. And so we started thinking something was wrong with us, or we were broken, or we weren't strong enough because we can't put it to the side or buck up, or whatever it is that we felt. And I want you to get, all these women that were speaking at She Ventures, and a lot of the women that were there, it was that ability to have that broader perspective, that ability to have an acute awareness of our environment, whether it was taking in the whole world and seeing that there was injustice in deforesting and moving indigenous people out of their homes and taking their right to livelihood away, and not knowing what to do, and feeling a passion that you have to go and help them, and you don't know how, but you're going to find some way to do that. Or it can be that you feel like women need to know other women who are doing incredible things in the world, and that they're out there being courageous, that you're seeing yourself in other people who are moving beyond their childhood programming of thinking that they're not enough, they're not strong enough, they're too sensitive or shy, or whatever it is. We can go on and on and on, but that overcome that find the courage or find the support, and just take one step at a time. And as I was thinking about this, it was like, this is what I do, is that I help women go on their ventures in their life. I help them find the how-tos and mirror back to them who they really are, and the power that they have, and the superpowers that they have, and that it's their right and their passion and purpose to follow these things that are calling them, and to express themselves, again, whether it's doing a big adventure somewhere out in the world, or just becoming a teacher and reflecting back to kids the truth of who they are. I'm going to scoot when the sun starts to get ziggy through this tree. I'm going to scoot so it's not making a puzzle on my face. So this is what I want to share with you today is talk about some of the characteristics of the highly sensitive that are their superpowers, and that are the thing that is going to help you create and have courage and find support to do the things that you don't know how yet, but you feel called to follow. I remember when I was growing up, I was like, I felt so weak, so different, so alone. Nobody thought like me. Nobody had the sensitivities, or they weren't psychic, and they were wondering why I'm thinking about things I was thinking about or concerned about it, and why I cried at happy and sad commercials, and why I was moved to tears by art or music. You know, but inside of me, it's like, you're going to do something big. There's this feeling like you're doing something. And I never knew what the bit, I didn't know what it was for the longest time. And I don't know if you can name it, but it's like doing something big, right, is just like authentically living your life, authentically going after the things that really matter to you. It's like doing something big is going beyond the limitations that you've grown up with and that other people have put on you, and that builds your confidence, that builds your energy, so that other people can see you and be with you and support you and witness, and you're modeling to them what is possible for them. So I'm going to share some of the things that as a highly sensitive, that can appear to other people to be a weakness, but really is our superpowers. And going along, so one was we have an acute awareness of our environments. So that's why a lot of highly sensitives start nonprofits. That's why a lot of highly sensitives are dealing with global warming, or feeding the hungry, or becoming peace leaders. Just even in communities, doing the little things, starting in the schools, giving voice to children, nurturing in some way, even if it's in your family, which is very important, very important. And the other thing is that we're natural problem solvers. So we see problems. And for a lot of times, so this is part also why highly sensitives, a lot of us are perfectionists, because as children we thought, well, if we just become better, if we get better at everything that we do, and we solve all the problems, and we take care of everybody, you're right, and everything's in its place, then I'll feel okay. Then I'll feel good about myself, and people will feel good about me. They'll love and they'll like me, and that will take care of things. And that's not true. But the thing is that we can see problems, and we can see how they can be improved, or the solutions. And so start trusting what it is that start trusting the solutions and the problems that you see, and how you can solve them, and start to find move towards that, knowing that this is one of your superpowers. This is why you're good in business. This is why you're a good entrepreneur. This is why you're helping humanity and the globe. So own that. Like because we did that as children and stuff, we became super good at it. It's like we honed a skill. And also we're highly intuitive. So we can, that intuition helps us to find solutions. That intuition helps us to find connections, to find support, to find the right person to do it, to lead us in bizarre ways, to come up with something that will, fit solving the problem, and so help you also do what you're here to do on the planet, right? So the one thing I want to say about intuition too is that as young kids we had very strong intuitions, and for a lot of us it was our way of survival, learning to trust our intuition as a way of survival. But we grew up in a society that tells us to trust our thinking mind more than our hearts or our gut or our higher selves. And so we learn to kind of turn that off in a lot of our areas. So you might use it somewhere very well, but have turned it off, and you're thinking more of your feelings than you are really feeling and trusting your intuition. So one of the things that I would say is really start to open up and start to trust your intuition more. And so part of that will be you have to practice on your feeling more. And I know, I'm sorry, because that feeling more opens you up to experiencing all the stuff that's around you, but you can learn healthy boundaries and learn how to take care of yourself, and that's one of the things that I do. So I can help you be in that energy so you can feel more, and how to use your intuition better. So that will help guide you, keep you safe, tell you information about people that you're meeting with and connecting with, and it helps to really keep you on your life path, on your purpose, because you just learn those skills. So anyway, you have this gift, this superpower, and it would do you well to keep investing in building that long term, because that is really I trust my intuition more than I trust anybody, more than I trust my mind. And I have to say, you know, I won't say I do that 100% of the time, but probably 90% of the time. And there's way you can keep testing different things out. Anyway, so just wanted to let you know you have that tool, you have this superpower, and it can really help you again in those of you who are here to lead, are here to change the world, that have a big idea that you want to get out, and in some way serve in a variety of ways. And whether it's being creative and expressing yourself, that's really important tool. So let's see what else. So deeply caring, again, our empathy. So let's talk about empathy. So empathy is our ability to feel what other people are feeling, and that's the so there's a good part to that, and a part that we need to manage. And so the good part is that, and especially you felt this as a young kid, you could feel everybody's energy. And this is some of the thing that makes us feel overwhelmed or moves us to tears is, you know, and we see the injustice in the world, and we feel the pain of others, their depression, their happy, we feel it all. And so this is a gift that you have. But the thing is, for you to do your work in the world, you have to be able to feel it without hooking into it. So it's like becoming neutral. Like, you can read the energy, you can feel it, and then deciding whether it's your job to help that person right now, or just to hold the space for them to be in their pain so they can grow. Or oh, there's a hummingbird just landed. It's watching us. I love signs from nature. That's another thing. It's like we are so connected to nature, and that just feeds us. And that's why I wanted to come out here and talk to you and share those beautiful wildflowers in the background. And I'm sure you all can hear the birds and the hummingbirds just hanging out. And so using nature as a guide, that's part of your intuition too. What's this speaking to me? What is this that is what's being conveyed to me? Becoming more conscious about all the things around you, but not letting what's happening, the chaos and the disorder, like disrupt who you are inside. So it's learning to build a muscle, become neutral at that, not take on other people's pain and suffering, or even their joy. It's not yours. And so learning how to have boundaries about that. But this is also what allows you to that moves you, that keeps you going to help create and solve those problems that you are here and have the ability to do and are called to do that. You're highly conscientious. You're highly conscientious. That's the thing that like drives you crazy a lot of times, and it can be overwhelming. Is like what are the people around you who are unconscious or not conscientious doing to other people, doing to the planet, doing to each other, doing to themselves. And so just knowing you have that ability, and again, it's and that's why you bring wonderful things to your business, to and somebody else's business that you're working on, to the world, to, like I said, like She Ventures is, they're very conscientious about what it is that they're doing, and they're and they want to highlight people who are doing incredible things in the world, and they want to for you to see yourself and other people that are out there doing things. And by you being conscientious and sharing information, not backing down and thinking, oh, you're too sensitive to things, but saying, no, this is how I'm seeing the world. You don't have to see it that way, but this is how I'm seeing, and this is what I'm feeling, and it's all valid, and it's all, what do I say? Important. It's important for us all to have all the perspectives. And I really believe that the highly sensitives are here to give that conscientious information, to share what the problems are, to bring awareness as from our highly awareness, our high awareness, to those 80%, I actually think there's probably 70 now, we're 30 percent of the world that doesn't see it, so we can help solve the problems. So we can help transcend the things that are going on in the world now that are destroying us. And as we look around and we hear things from people who are doing incredible things in the world, and not listening to the news, or not listening to propaganda and stuff that is put on it, start really recognizing and seeing the good that's happening around us, and the people who are doing good, and you showing up and doing what, from your heart, the work that you're here to do, whether it's just to smile at the person that's cashing out your groceries, and to ask them how they are, to be personal with each other, to step outside of your comfort zone that you grew up with as a highly sensitive, and start to lead by being authentically you, by owning these things that beautiful gifts that you have, these beautiful talents that you have, the passion and the purpose that you're here to do, and really know that you and only you can pursue that. Pursue it in your way, with your awareness, in the way that that brings your value. And when you're doing that, then you'll find other people to support you in doing that. I guess I'm just going to be in the sun. I'm sorry. So I think this is some. So one of the things that I guess I want to just go back over, and that we kind of, when these women are going out in the world and doing these adventures and solving problems, and I have a good friend that helps people through their recover from traumas from the shootings that are going on, and she helps the kids in Rwanda, and and a lot of this, she's, it's just like she cannot not do this. It's like her baby, and she's really good at doing it. And the people that are helping to be the innovators and the creatives who are solving the problems of fuel and farming and food, and all the things in the peace in the world. we can all add to that. And so to own and become more comfortable with these gifts that you have, your rich and complex inner world. You are very creative and insightful, which allows you to solve the problems. You're very reflective. That's why we need quiet time. And there are about, I think it's like 64 or 30-70 or 60-40 somewhere. The higher range is introverts, but a lot of us are extroverts, and we just think there's a lot of highly sensitives that grew up thinking they were shy because they didn't want to be out there and feel they're attacked or feel overstimulated or overwhelmed, and so they became shy. They pulled themselves out of the picture. And that's what I used to be that way, and then I realized I'm not shy at all. That was just my way of limiting how I showed up in the world. So if any of you have big dreams, and you really you have this passion, but you're holding yourself back and you're not sure, and but it's time, the world is calling us, and you want some support, give me a call. Let's set up a discovery session. I am so excited to mirror back to you who you are, the power that you have, the superpowers that you have, and the sensitivities, and how all those gifts and how big your heart is, and help you open that all up so you can go out into the world and build the confidence and do the things that really matter to you, so you're living that fulfilled life and living your big dream, because you matter, and because you can do this, and because you're a rock star. You're not here to hide out. You're not here to hide your creativity. You're not here to be behind somebody. You're here to stand out. And I don't mean, you don't have to be a huge leader, but you could be. There's all different ways. There's all different ways that you can show up authentically. Oops, got a bug crawling on me. And do the service that you're here to call to do. And the other thing is, you're not going to make a huge jump. A lot of times we get like, oh my God, to do that, I'm going to be over here. You're going to take steps. You're going to take steps. So you're going to build confidence along the way. You're not going to go from shy to madly out into the world, unless that's your leap, and you're called to do that, which some people are, but not most of us. So you're going to take steps. You're going to grow into it. You're going to find your way, and you're going to get comfortable being uncomfortable, but totally turned on and full of love, doing the thing that really matters to you. So, until we meet again, I'm Marilyn O'Malley at marilyno'malley.com. Take care. Bye.